Hello, welcome to Productions MJC. My name is Mark.
Alrighty then, yes, back, very, almost instantaneous quick response to my last video. Besides the filmmaker, people that followed him, you know, they're all upset. Well, and of course, he put on there a message about the whoremongers and liars are going to be punished and everything. Do I care that he's quoted scripture? No. I mean, I'm Christian. I believe in God. You know, I'm not going to fault that at all, because I am not atheist or anything like that. I do have a dog in the fight. My God is a great God who can make water stick to a round spinning ball. But other than that, let's just get off that point and go back onto his point that he basically called me a liar. He said I was a liar for, in my video, I tell his followers and, well, most of, I tell you guys that he really isn't filming 6.3 miles. So he says, okay, you're an abject liar, da-da-da. Well, let's take a look. I did another one that, here's where he films from, here's where I film from, and really, what's the difference? Is it this big a cat fight over the fact that I film from right here? And see that bush? That's the one his wife assists him in walking down to the water's edge with a 4-foot tall mirror that she leaves standing on end and doesn't lay down on its long side. And you know why? Because if she did, it would disappear and you wouldn't be able to see it. Because when she walks down to the water's edge in Row Bottom 2, it ends up that she's like 80%, 85% of that mirror disappears. She's about right there. So let's take a look. Let's just, thanks to Google for having this here, let's just say that that's where they are roughly. Because I know in their video that's where they're at. So let's go out. He says I'm a liar because I say that he's not filming 6.3 miles to the end of this thing. Okay? So let's see. This is the road. This is the hill. That is about the top of the dike. Let's look. 6.31. So it's somewhere between 6.29 and 6.31 miles. So physically he is standing at that distance, and I've never said that he isn't standing where he's standing. I've always acknowledged the fact that he's at Eagle Beach because I'm at Pelican Beach. And so let's just do a little experiment. I've kind of researched this out anyway, but I wanted to show you. So let's just extend that out here. This is, you can see it's an alkali desert. Semi-arid would be generous to this place out there. You ought to go out there. It's horrible. It's amazing that waterfowl can even live out there. But well, wait a minute. That's not even close. That line wouldn't even go through there. So this changes to be. That's about where the building is, right there. And let's see, extending this out, where does that go? Let's just see. Oh, there's Fremont Island. So in the back, as you're looking, and I bet, I think it goes to right there, that point. Let's go back and look at Compass Minerals. Where are we at, kids? Not that way. Duh. Okay, here we go. Nope, I was wrong. To get the building is technically on the other side of this bullseye-ish looking thing. So, we got to go back out here. So we're looking, mainly when he's looking at the building, he's about right here. Me, I'm almost to the edge of this when I look at that building. Now, let's go back and let's just sight into this real close and make sure, are we going through Compass Minerals? Okay. Oh, maybe I have to go in to get the name to show up. Oh, that's really pretty good. Let's just try to be, let's just, at first I put it here, so let's just, okay, there we go. Let's just call that good. Let's go back over. Yep. Basically dead center. Okay. Uh-oh. What do we have here? Huh. Does it go through? I said he's never filmed. He's not filming at the 6.3. That's 6.3. When he's sighted in on the building. Uh-oh. Let's see. That's 5.5, 5 3/4-ish. So it floats between 5 3/4 and 5 2/3 mile is where the dike's at. But of course he called me a liar when I said you're not filming that building at 6.3 miles. He is a far better photographer than I am. He can get, miraculously, he can get clear video on a smoke-filled hazy day. That's why I haven't been filming much at all. There's been so many fires, I couldn't get diddly. You know, maybe he's got some special magical filter, you know. Or maybe it's just stock footage from some other time. I don't know, but I can tell you that the Sunday he said he was out there, that was anyway, that was a horrible day. I haven't filmed in a long time. The fires have been too bad. So yeah, that's about 6 and, well, is that 5.5? No, anyway, but one important thing I want to show. Let's just take in that moment. Here's where he says he's filming. Here's where he's actually filming. But I'm the liar. Mark's the liar because Mark says you're not filming 6.3 miles. He's filming like half a mile less. But Mark's the liar. Well. Okay. Moment taken in, and let's move on. Let's go over here. Let's take a look. Because, as you'll recall from his videos, he films a lot of this mountain. He swings it around and he goes, look, I can see the whole dike. Okay? That's peakish of that little point there, okay? Let's go look and see where that crosses over the dike. Oh, look at that. Okay, so, see, this is what he knows what he's doing. And I've already researched it. I know. It's like, what, 4.5 miles? See, he's telling the people that watch his video, it's 6 miles. I'm filming the dike. I can see all of the dike. And it's 6 miles away. It's 4.5. Like I said in my last video, that is the flat earth mentality. They know. It reminds me of the famous Bedford Canal, and not the Robotham one, the one where John Hamden he's a flat earther, and he bet that it's a flat earth. He set up the experiment. He called it, where they stick up one target is 13 feet off the water on a bridge. Then 6 miles away on another bridge, they set up a telescope where the center of the telescope is 13 feet high off the water. Then in the middle, okay, 3 miles, 5 kilometers, they stick 2 targets over the water. One is 13 feet high, one is 5.5 feet high. Then they look through the telescope. People who that John Hamden agreed on were going to be independent observers to hold the purse and award it to the winner. So, guess which one they saw? They looked through it and they said, Houston, we have a problem. The bottom one is lining up, the one that's only 5.5 feet off the water. The one that's 13 feet off the water is just way high. It's just ripping up there. Either the water is raising in the center or somebody's played with our targets. And so they checked them, they went back. They told John Hamden, look for yourself. You're wrong. He refused to look through the telescope. So some of the flat earth commenters, they said, I won't watch your video because I don't want to see. You don't want to see the truth is what you don't want to see. They won't look through. 4.5 miles. Now, there's a definition for the word liar. And, I'm not saying it applies to Taboo conspiracy at all. I'm just saying, look it up in the dictionary, and you know that he's filming 4.5 miles, and he tells people it's 6.3. What does that tell you? One of his commenters said, why don't you guys just meet and then, set up an experiment and do it and everything? Because history shows that a flat earther will not. If it comes down to looking through the telescope and I say, okay, Taboo, look through the telescope and you tell me what you see. No, he won't look through it. Just like John Hamden said, heck no, I'm not looking through there, because that'll prove that I don't know what I'm talking about. So here's as you swing, it doesn't take too far when you start filming this mountain to be only 4.5 miles away. This body of water sucks for trying to prove or disprove curvature. That's why I've challenged Taboo many times. Go to Bear Lake. It is sweet. 18 miles long, 6 3/4 miles wide. It is wider. Bear Lake is wider than this thing is long from that point to that point. Standing in that corner to that corner, Bear Lake is wider than that, and 3 times as long almost. So it lends itself very well because it doesn't have desert out on the end. I was called a liar and still will be by his followers that will not watch this video. You may hear that he called me a liar because he really is 6.3. Physically, he is placing his camera 6.3 miles away from that farthest point. So what? Totally immaterial. Yeah, let's say you're driving down the freeway. And you are driving down the freeway and there's a train wreck on the train tracks. Do the two have anything in common? So what? He's standing 6.31 miles away from that end. He's not filming it. He's filming over here. Over here at best. So when I film, let's take a look at that. When I film, I say I'm coming from, let's see how close I can get. Let's try it. Let's just see. I'm filming from here. I film from Pelican Beach because it makes the angle better. Oh, that's close. But no, actually, this is a private, this is a group area beach. And I'm about right here. So let's just put that there. Now let's reverse this. I've never said that I was 6.3 miles away or whatever. Let's just move this back. And I've always said in my videos when I'm filming this mountain, I have said the reason you can see all the dike is because it's 4.5 miles away. It's not very far. Gee, who was accurate there? And I haven't even measured this. I've researched this. Let's see. Okay, I'm coming closer to the center line there. I'm getting a lot closer than him. Where's the chemicals? Where's the chemicals? Whoa. How's that, campers? Wow. And technically the building's just a little bit up here, but let's just keep that for the moment. So I'm 5 3/4 mile, and what they're saying is there's a special magical mirage that happens right here, because when I film over here and when I film over here, the dike does reappear. And they say, well, that's because there's this special mirage that hangs right out here. Right. That's called curvature. It's not a special mirage that hangs out over there. How stupid is that? Sure, there may be some heat mirage and everything back here, but that won't block you from seeing that because it's not here. The heat shimmer is here. Whoop. So, in sweet heaven, in conclusion, when you're filming from here and you tell people that the line of sight is passing over here, one question: are you telling the truth? When you tell your people when you're filming here, Taboo Conspiracy, what is the definition of a liar? If you tell people that the line of sight of your video goes over this point at 6.31 miles, and it's actually going over here at just a little over 5.5, what would you call that if the tables were reversed and I was telling people that I was doing that? What would you be calling me? Oh, well, wait, you've already called me a liar. When I was actually telling the truth. So yeah, what would you call me? If you did catch me in a lie, an intentional lie. I mean, not just stupidity or, because, hey, I'm human. I make dumb mistakes. I did in my second lake test video, so I corrected that in the third one, and I admitted that you were correct. When you said if I would just get there and do it differently, that I would see the heat shimmer change and all that, and I did. And so I admitted that in my video. But I still, from Rainbow Cove, could not see the full building. I've always challenged you, if you say it's happening, that the way it is, get over there and film differently. Go to the water's edge, film the whole building. Party. But I'll tell you what, buddy boy. When I tell your followers, when I tell you, you are not filming 6.3 miles to the dike, when you're doing the building, or when you're filming that mountain over to the right, you're obviously a better photographer than I am. You know where you're filming. You know it's only 4.5 miles away. And you're telling your people it's here. So, according to the definition of a liar, what would you say? That someone who says they're filming here when they're actually filming either here or here, how do you define that person? What do you say they are? Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. This has been Mark with Productions MJC.